I love KL. Love KL. I love KL. I love KL. BFM 89.9, the business station.
In the mid-1970s, Rubic worked at the Department of Interior Design at the Academy of Applied Science, at the Academy of Applied Arts and Crafts in Budapest. Although it's widely reported that the cube was built as a teaching tool to help his students understand 3D objects, his actual purpose was solving the structural problem of moving the parts independently without the entire mechanism falling apart. He did not realize that he'd created a puzzle until the first time he scrambled his new cube and then tried to restore it. The current world record for a single time on a 3x3x3 Rubik's Cube was set at 6.77 seconds. My God, at the Melbourne Cube Day in 2010. The world record average solves is currently at 7.91 seconds. And this year marks the 30th anniversary of the Cube. Now, the Malaysian Cube Open at the MCO will be held on the 18th and 19th of December 2010 in the Maytower Hotel, Kuala Lumpur. There'll be 13 categories. We'll be having participants all the way from Brunei, Indonesia, Singapore, Sweden, Korea and Thailand. In the studio with me today is Chai Chen. Kong, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell me how you first got involved with solving Rubik's Cubes.
It started off when curiosity, when you want to try to solve a puzzle. So the first time when I see this Rubik's Cube, it's all mixed up, all the color mixed up. So one day my friends challenged me to solve it.
Right.
So I took the initiative, then I started to search on the internet all the algorithm. So once we are already hooked up to this puzzle, so it gets us more enthusiasm and interest to find out the way how to get it, to solve it fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who kind of initiated this club then? Are you behind the initiation of the club? Did you start it?
Yeah. I'm the one who started the club together with another friends. So it was initiated at about late 2008. So from there onwards, we are getting more and more members.
Okay, how many members do you have now then?
So currently we have about 200 members.
Wow.
Active members.
And they're all from KL? And
no, they are
surrounding
scattered
areas?
around Malaysia.
Around Malaysia?
Yeah.
And how often do you kind of get together then?
About every fortnight.
Right.
Yeah.
And you all just sit around, practicing your algorithms and seeing who can solve quickest?
Yeah, it more to like a sharing session. So because everybody has a different methods, different skills. So it's like they're sharing who can solve it in the quickest time or the less step that you use to solve the same thing.
Is there a large level of competition? Do you feel that competitive edge when you're there?
Yeah, true.
And how fast can you put a cube together then?
For me, my best record is about 43 seconds.
Wow. 43 seconds.
Yes.
Can you demonstrate that for us? Can you?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
If you'd like to pick up your cube, hold it up to the mic if you can, and just do it as quick as you can. So the sound you're hearing now is Chai Chen solving his Rubik's Cube. Wow. So what's that about? That was about a minute, I think, something like that. That's insane. I mean, people would be sat for days trying to solve that, and you've done it in less than a minute. And that's all from learning the algorithms then?
Yeah, it's all about learning the algorithm.
Right. So anybody could learn how to solve a Rubik's cube then? you
Yeah,
think?
true.
So you see, here's the thing. You know, a lot of people would assume that it's seen as something for mathematical geniuses and people who study physics or they study this kind of thing. But you've just kind of proven us wrong.
Well, actually, you can solve it mathematically, but as a speed solver, it's all about your finger dexterity
Right.
and also the pattern recognition.
Right.
So once you have all that's what we call it in our term. You have a F2L, meaning first two layer, and then we have OLL, orientation, last layer, and even PLL, we call it as a permutation last layer. So by memorizing this formula or this algorithm, you can able to solve it. I mean, if you have a very good memory, you can solve it below 10 seconds or even 20 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay then. So how much practice how long were you practicing before you could solve a Rubik's cube the first time? In less than like 5 minutes. How long did it take you to get to 5 minutes?
Some people practice like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It depends on their free time.
Right.
Yeah.
And you obviously practiced quite a lot.
Me myself?
Yeah.
A little.
Right. So tell me about the MCO then. What's happening at the MCO?
So as you mentioned, MCO is going to take place in Maytower Hotel. All right. So during this MCO, we're going to have like 13 categories. Okay. Previously was 10 categories. So the 13 categories are 2x2 until 7x7. We're going to have a square one, Rubik's Magic, Master Magic, and Megamins. So Megamins.
What's that then?
Megamin is shaped like a pentagon.
Right.
So it has a 12 faces, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 12 faces.
And so that if it's got 12 faces, then you're kind of adding more and more algorithms all the time, and so really it's a question of memory as well then.
True. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I've kind of been a little bit sneaky, and while you were solving that, obviously, I have a friend that makes a particular type of cube.
All right.
They take the colours off and they put numbers instead of colours.
Okay.
Do you think you'd be able to solve this?
I have to look at it first.
Okay. Well, let's let you have a look at it, and whilst you're looking at that,
all right. Okay.
do you think you can have a go?
Maybe next time.
Okay. Okay. Right, so the event, for those of you that didn't catch it, is happening on the, let me get the dates right. It's happening on the 18th and 19th of December 2010 at the Maytower Hotel at Kuala Lumpur. What time does it start?
We're going to start it about 8 a.m. for registration.
Okay.
And after that, the first category is the Master Magic and Rubik's Magic. Right after that, we're going to start with a Rubik's Cube.
Right.
Which is 3x3x3 for first round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any prizes apart from being the fastest?
All participants who register will get a certificate definitely. So, and for this, we are going to give away something like trophy, medals, some of puzzle. We call it V cubes, and also gravity puzzle.
Okay. And do you have a website that people could visit?
Yeah, you can visit our website at mco.malaysiancube.com.
Okay. Chai Chen, thank you very much for joining me in the studio today.
Thank you, Richard.
You listen to BFM 89.9, the business station. That was great.